So let's talk about this YouTube thing, this YouTube dislike button. For those who don't know, YouTube has now come out with a statement. Actually, I have it right here, saying that they're going to change it up a little bit, and it's an experiment.
Thank God.
They don't know, but it's an update to dislikes on YouTube. The dislike count will be private across YouTube, and the dislike button will remain. So we can still dislike things.
You could smash it with like in futility.
And what will it do? Absolutely nothing.
Funny thing, one of the funniest parts about it is how they claim that like, oh, dislike brigading is like it can hurt videos algorithmically. No, if only you were the people, if only you had control over the algorithm.
It's your algorithm, YouTube.
Yeah, like, are you kidding me?
So
like,
don't
negatively impact videos for that then.
Right.
Like, it was never about that.
I think this is absolutely hilarious because it's not they're saying, and they say it here, they're trying to protect accounts, small accounts, whatever, and it's like no, you are trying to protect the White House, your own videos, Kathleen Kennedy videos, Star Wars stuff. I've got a few examples. Even today, that video of Biden being racist is totally ratioed.
Well, here's the thing, do you know what small creators what small creators don't get? Views. So how many dislikes are they getting? So
good point.
I mean, are you mean to tell me you go to, I guarantee it's one of the things like
let it out, man.
You go interview 1,000 creators who are like committed to the cause, right? You have like 5,000 subs, you're making daily videos or weekly videos. You ask them, what's more important to you? Dislikes, or I don't know, I'm just picking some off the top of my head. Being able to show up in the search results. Like, maybe. Or you ask another, hey, what's more important to you? Dislikes, getting a few dislikes from people that made fun of you, or your subscribers getting notified when you publish a new video.
Boom.
Like YouTube always does this. There's innumerable things that YouTubers care about that they just ignore. Like, who the heck was asking for this?
Nobody.
Not a YouTuber. No YouTubers were.
The Biden administration.
Coca-Cola, Gillette. No YouTuber was asking for this.
Oh, you know what? I got a word. Corporations. That's really what it is.
Yeah. Right? This is about Disney getting embarrassed on their YouTube channel for months after they fired Gina Carano. This is about every corporation that puts out some woke anti-male garbage getting completely destroyed. Remember the pink tax Burger King commercial? They took that off. They unlisted the video on YouTube because it was that embarrassing.
Did they really?
Yeah, because it had like 200,000 dislikes. Like, it's removing this is when we discovered that like the Matrix, we're in the Matrix. When they're like, oh no, we have control over everything, and then they're like, oh wait, the people realize that this is actually garbage and they're disliking it. We can't have that. And by the way, also, when you have a situation where dislikes are people might say, well, people can already by the way, this might shock you. You can already disable likes and dislikes on your channel. You have been able to for 10 years. But the reason
that's giving the trolls a win, though. They're like, haha, we win.
Right. Exactly. That's why this had to come from Papa Susan.
Exactly.
Because Star Wars knew if they disabled it, then everyone would roast them. So
they did. And they did.
Yeah, right. And they did, right, on that video. So like they needed YouTube to come up with this policy. There are a couple burnout loser YouTubers that maybe, are still maybe maybe Mundane Matt out there is like, oh, I keep getting 300 dislikes on my videos and it's really ruining my day. Like, I every video I upload gets like 100 dislikes automatically. They're like super fans, I call them. Yeah. And like, guess what? Don't care.
Hey, when you have haters, that means you're doing something right.
Yeah, I'm not sweating.
Period. Yeah, I know. It's how it should be.
And
You're
no
on the
creator
internet.
does.
You're a content creator. You will have haters. You can't stop them. Period.
Yeah, well, then it really, the whole "this is for small creators" thing completely falls apart when
Yeah.
you're like, hey, you can disable it yourself.
Hmm.
There are a lot of I remember Total Biscuit a long time ago disabled his own comment section because I don't remember if he was, it was something about people arguing in the comments or people being toxic or something. But anyway, that was a big deal, rest his soul. I'm not like shitting on, I'm sorry, I'm not dumping on him for it.
Thanks.
But I mean, like at the time, it was like, whoa, this is a big creator and he's disabling his comments. So it, you can, there's already a tool in place. That's why it was really, really bizarre.
Let's read some of this this here. It says, at YouTube, we strive to be a place where creators can find and share their voice to ensure that YouTube promotes respectful interactions between viewers and creators. We introduced several features and policies to improve their experience. And earlier this year, we experimented with the dislike button to see whether or not changes could help better protect our creators from harassment. And
never saw it, by the way. Never saw it. So I don't know who they were testing it on.
Right. I didn't either. It wasn't me. Or maybe it was and I didn't know.
Your comment section, you would have known because everyone had said like, dude, they removed your dislike button.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, my chat would have probably let me know. And then they continue. It says, and reduce dislike attacks, where people work to drive up the number of dislikes on creators' videos. Oh, okay. So where did we see this though? Was it on small creators? No, because they weren't getting views. It was not. It's people that were bombing videos that sucked. Guess what? People didn't like the videos and they were sharing the video. Look how crappy this video is. And people are going, yeah, that's crappy. Boom, dislike.
There was an era of YouTube in 2015, 14, the Leafy era, where he would roast a small creator and they would get destroyed.
Okay.
And I didn't like Leafy's content for that reason either. Okay. Like it was borderline bullying, like, and like, I mean, I don't care.
But he had a big platform, though. He had a big platform.
Million subs plus.
Million plus subs.
Yeah.
And so he also is giving these people a big, huge spotlight on him, too. So it's kind of like you can see it as hate, but also, I mean, I haven't heard of this person.
Well, so there were people that turned it around. And like, I remember Billy BK, the fat swordsman. He made fun of him. And he like made a video like saying like, hey, it's okay that you hate me basically or whatever. And like, it was pretty based and like,
yeah.
So you can flip the script, so to speak, and get a couple thousand subscribers or whatever. But nice. But that era of YouTube is gone. Like YouTube has told me directly that I'm not allowed to make videos about smaller creators. Like that has been the rule for at least 2 years now.
What about bigger creators?
I can punch up, but I'm not allowed to make videos roasting the opinion. It's very dangerous, I'll say.
Yeah.
They didn't outright say I can't, but I basically said out loud, like, okay, if I'm reading between the lines, there's no like, and they're like, yeah, basically like, don't, because, you can't control what your viewers do. And, if they get a bunch of, people are going to go there. Like, no matter how many times I tell people, hey, don't go interact with this person, there's always people that do. And it's a thing. So I'm sorry, that was a real segue or aside, but
that's okay. No, this is what it was built on, though. YouTube has been around for a long time. I'm still relatively new in the YouTube realm, and I know a lot of people like yourself have a lot more experience with the past 5-10 years. Like you said, that was 5 years ago, but YouTube has had issues with this kind of thing before. So my perspective is this is all because of these corporations that are getting bombarded, and the White House, and I mean, literally every video that they put out gets ratioed. And no comments are allowed.
Most popular president in history.
Right, my ass. Every single Star Wars video that comes out on the Star Wars page is like a 50-50 now.
Unless
it's almost
a trailer. Even. If it's a trailer for a new show, they buy likes.
Well, Mandalorian videos, there's a few that were like, because I like the Mandalorian. Did you like the Mandalorian? I thought it was
great. Yeah.
Like before they fired
8 out of 10.
Gina, and now I'm not interested anymore. But
the thing about for me too is what stunk is like it's not like Gina made the show. The entire cast made the show.
Yeah,
but then how they played her, I was like, oh, I'm out. You know what I mean? It's like I just can't enjoy it the same way.
Badass woman that could go toe to toe with the main character. It's like she's awesome. Like what?
Yeah. Look at this non-Mary Sue character. I don't know if people were calling her that. I don't think they were. No. And excellent hugger, by the way. But also,
totally not jealous.
It was for a while there. Basically, after the firing, they were rolling out that other New Republic, I think it's called, with that orange-haired lady, and she was just getting destroyed like every week. Was the Gina Carano quote, and then the Fire Kathleen Kennedy hashtag. Like they couldn't stop it. So no. I mean, that's what I said earlier. So the Daily Wire interviewed me about it too, and I said, the reason that it goes so like I have a rep at YouTube. They separate, they separate channels based on political leanings. So there is a conservative rep and a liberal rep.
At the company.
Yeah, my rep is a former Trump administration person.
Okay.
And so when I complain, that's who sees it. So what I tell people is, you don't think somebody in Joe Biden's camp said something to, you know what I mean? Like that there's no, of course YouTube knew that it was a problem for the White House. Of course.
Definitely.
And like, was that the one? No, but like you said, it's Coca-Cola put out that ridiculous drink a Coca-Cola and you'll be a better gamer ad like last week. It had tons of dislikes. It's always the corporations that are getting memed by far and away. It's not like you said, it's not like there's this Johnny Knitting channel with 200 subs that are getting dislike bombed. That doesn't happen anymore
because people hate knitting now. It's like,
right, but
no,
the culture of YouTube is different now. Like you don't, that content that would be exposing smaller channels like doesn't exist anymore. Like large, why do you think like, content like Drama Alert, like it's dead. H3H3, the guy keeps making videos on me. Like, dude, really? Like that content, there's no demand for it anymore on YouTube because they effectively got rid of anybody who was good at making it and made the penalty so stiff that it's just doesn't worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah. Well, I think this is just gonna make people like YouTube even less. I mean, it feels like YouTube is losing its luster anyway. A lot of people are moving to different platforms. Are you on other platforms? I know you're on Rumble, right?
I'm on Rumble. I don't upload enough there because it's annoying because it doesn't have because I have to upload separately. But otherwise my content's mirrored to BitChute and Odyssey. They're growing. I mean, it's not uncommon now on BitChute, which feels like it's lost a bit of steam.
Yeah.
But it's not uncommon for me to get like 20,000 views on a video there.
Good. That's good.
That's super good for like
a new platform. Yeah.
Yeah. And like Odyssey, they had their problems with the SEC now, which is kind of a nuisance, but like,
because of their coins.
Yeah, right. They're tied to their coin, and the government doesn't understand it. Yeah, like I upload a video that I just happened to look. Chaos at Facebook. It's got 20,000 views.
Nice.
There's my average isn't like that, but I have a lot of videos. My average is like 2,000 to 5,000, depends on the topic. BitChute is obviously more right leaning. So when I'm talking about Kyle, for example, those movies do good. Videos do good. I'm talking about like Marvel movies. It's not that, so 2,000 to 4,000. that's legit for like a site that's, you know, it's gonna help these other sites as long as they can be around, which is a problem that's the bigger problem, you know, like
Right.
Odyssey, I don't know.
I like Odyssey.
I love it. Love it.
Right. It reminds me of, there was a super chat yesterday. I don't recall what it was, but I had Quarter Black Garrett on my show, and we started talking about where humanity is with the internet. And I think this whole dislike thing is a way of the corporations, the people that are wanting to maintain control of what information is presented to people, whoever you think that may be. It doesn't matter, because what the people are doing are banding together and going, yeah, we don't like that, and this is a visual representation of our distaste for this thing on the internet, right? Because we're like a hive mind now, because we are all connected with the internet. The internet is an incredible thing that we're still processing, right? So this is the powers that be that are like, man, we really need to like get rid of this ability for them to like band up and
rise up against it,
rise up and hate this thing that we're putting out there. Now there's no comments, so we can't comment and say this is terrible. I mean, we can make videos, we can talk about it somewhere else, but on the actual source, now all you could see is the likes. You can't see the dislikes, you can't see the comments. So that's it. That's all you do, is you see a number, and that can be artificial as well.
They won't show the likes for a while. You know, those will be the next to fall, because you'll still be able to like determine if it's a ratio or not. You know, if a video has 100,000 views and it has 40 likes,
right?
It's, you know what I mean? Like,
well, they can buy likes.
What's that?
They can buy likes.
Yes, absolutely. And like, you know, which is exactly what I believe that happens with like Hollywood movies and stuff like that. Because like,
yeah,
dude, it's in like, if you go to the Marvel YouTube channel, it's dead. It's got like 12 million subscribers, and sometimes they have videos that don't even have 1,000 views.
Wow.
Suddenly they roll out like an Iron Man trailer and it gets like 5 million views and has hundreds of thousands of likes within like the first hour. I you know, like, it seems suspicious.
Money. They got the money to,
it costs nothing.
Do a campaign to like this 100,000 times, or you know, share it or whatever and all that stuff. Yeah, it's all about, you know, having that money to manipulate it, or to manipulate us. Really, I think is the core of it all.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.